Hey guys, Rom again with my Prophecy deck that won at Anime Pavilions 6 for 6, which is $6 for 6 packs, and I ended up pulling a Grand Soil, so worth it. Although I did not win the box tournament because I lost to Size, Agents from X-Rain Productions X, and Heroes. I'm just gonna go over the basics of the decks and some of the plays. Just first, let's start off with my favorite card, Eject Fairy Lily. I don't really need to explain why this card is used. It's not, you don't have to use it, but I like it. 2 Spellbook Version of Prophecy, which I and it will probably call Batel through this whole book. It searches out a spellbook spell card from your deck when it's normal or flipped, so you can set it. 2 Temperance, which is one of the best cards of the deck. During your main phase, if you activate a spell card previously this turn, so it doesn't have to be on the field, you contribute it to special summon a level 5 or higher lighter dark spellcaster monster. For example, Priestess or Prophecy Destroyer. Two Summoner Monk, because you play around 20 spells, although I might want to change that. What should be 2 Crusaders, because they're 19 meters, but instead I use 1 Milla. When it's normal summoned, you look at a spell or trap card set that your opponent controls, and they can't activate anything into the response of its summon. Well, effect activation, which happens when it's summoned. 2 Breaker. 2 Kaiku, which is just a good card in general. Tsukiyomi. Cybernetic Magician. The reason I use this card is because it's mainly for heroes, and then if you can get it off against... Basically, it's for big beaters that you can't get over in this deck. 2 Prophecy Destroyer. But it's a 25-12 beater, level 6, and the effect is, if while it's in your graveyard, you can remove it. You can remove 3 spellbook cards from your graveyard to special summon it on the field. Overall, a good card. And then this card, Priestess, is a dark. It's a once per turn Dark Armed, and its summoning condition is you can reveal 3 spellbook cards in your hand to special summon it from your hand, or you can use Temperance. But unless you pull it, I would not recommend buying one on eBay because they're overpriced. Another effect is the same stats of Dark Condition. 2 Valor. And Gorz. That's all for the monsters. And now for the spells. 3 Spellbook of Secrets. Now, this card adds any spellbook except itself to the hand. Spellbook card, which means you can add Batel, or Spellbook Condition of Prophecy. Power, which is arguably one of the best spellbooks. The fact is, you use it on a spellcaster, it gains 1,000 attack, and if it destroys a monster by battle, you add a spellbook to your hand from the deck. But you can only activate 1 per turn, so you can't stack them. 2 Spellbook of Life, which is basically a searchable monster reborn, but it's harder to use. When it's activated, you have to reveal a spellbook and banish a spellcaster, and then you special summon a spellcaster from your graveyard. And if the equip goes away, the monster stays. 2 Spellbook of Wisdom, which is basically a lance, except you don't lose attack, and you have to choose. You can only choose one, either spell or either traps. And then we play 2 Lance because it's arguably a better card, except you can't search it. And then basic staples like MST, Heavy, Dark Hole, and Reborn. And then we play 2 traps, which I might end up changing. 2 Magician Circle. For people who don't know what this does, when a spellcaster declares an attack, you can activate it, and then each player has to special summon 1 spellcaster type monster with 2,000 attack or less. That includes Valor if they have it, but if they don't have a spellcaster in their deck, you're allowed. You have to check it if you want to, and it causes a replay. So remember that. That's it for the main deck. And now, extra deck, which is all Exceeds, but I'm probably gonna change that. Leviathan, Zenmaines, Leviair, and Asagolem are the level 3s. You play most of level 4 since you don't really play level 3 monsters. Play 3, I think. 2 Utopia, because I can't afford a Roach, and a Utopia Ray. A Papal Operative, Pearl, and a Maestro, staple cards. Marrowgeist. For people who don't know what this does, is when it destroys a monster by battle, you can detach one and return the monster to the deck instead, so if you don't want Sengen to go off. And then Alchemy Magician. This card is very interesting. It gains 200 attack for each spell card in your graveyard. And during the end phase, you can detach one and discard a card to set 1 spell card from your deck in your spell and trap card zone. But it's 3 level 4 spellcaster type monsters. And the art is awesome. Oh, this lighting is bad. And then a Thunderspark Dragon, because I do not own a Big Eye or a Shockmaster yet. Play Force Focus, or basically you play 2 rank 6s. I only play these 2 because I pulled that yesterday, and this is my only rank 6. But Swordbreaker, Exabeetle, and if Magician Girl comes out, you want to use that. This card is very interesting, though. Except it's kind of hard to use this effect, but 3,000 defense is nice. And that's it. Thanks for watching.